The title of this story will be Good Advice. Once upon a time in a forest far away from here, where Abby the monkey and Gowind the monkey lived. However, they're not going to show up in this story, but that's where they lived. Now, in that forest, there was a boy bird and a girl bird. The boy bird wanted to get married to the girl bird. So he says, "Hello, lady, will you marry me? I want to marry you." Now, the female bird said, "Well, I'm not someone who does things off the top of my head. I need to think about it first. So, if you want to marry me, of course we're going to have kids. Can you protect our kids? We live in a big forest with a lot of animals. If you want to marry me, are you able to protect our kids?" Now, the boy bird was a very nice bird, but he also wasn't the smartest bird. So he was thinking and thinking. He's like, well, there are a lot of big animals in this forest. I don't know. I really want to marry you, but I don't know. Is there a way I can protect you? Can you give me some advice? And she says, yes, I can give you some advice. If you can't protect us by yourself, then you must make strong and powerful friends. Then they might be able to help you. He's like, okay, I'll do that. Who do I make friends with? She says, good question. Why don't we go make friends with a bigger bird? He's like, okay. So he flew to the bigger bird and says, hello, bigger bird. I would like to be your friend. The bigger bird says, why would I want to be your friend? I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. You're just a small little bird. What can you do for me? Normally, the boy bird is not very smart. He wouldn't have an answer. But lucky for him, his girlfriend gave him some good advice and said, say this. And he said it. Mr. Larger Bird, in this world, there are a lot of things that people can do by themselves. But there are some things that are too hard to do, even by yourself, even if you're big and strong. Everyone will have a day when you need a friend to help you. And on that day, you can call on me and I will come help you. And I hope that I can call on you and you will come help me too. The bigger bird thought about it and says, you know what? That was very wise. Good answer. I will be your friend. And they signed a friend contract. Okay? After that, the smaller bird went to see the turtle, the big turtle. Same thing. They signed a friend contract. After that, he went to see the big lion. And the lion says, same thing. Why should I be friends with you? I'm the king of the jungle. I could do whatever I want. Same answer. You never know. There might come a day, even when the biggest and strongest need help. And so the lion signed a contract, and they all became friends. When the boy bird went back, he told the female bird that I have 3 new powerful friends. Will you marry me? And she said yes. So they got married and they had 3 little baby birds. Is that the end of the story? No. Well, one day there were 3 hunters named Achi, named Aim, and named Namo. They were out hunting in the forest. Now, they had very bad luck. They got no fish, they got no meat, and they were getting very hungry and upset. So they decided to go make a little fire at the bottom of a really big tree. Now, unlucky was the 2 birds had made a nest on the top of that big tree, and their babies had just been born. So what do newborn babies like to do? Scream and cry. So they started crying and screaming and crying and screaming. The mama bird and the papa bird were like, shh, 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 be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. But they wouldn't be quiet because they're babies. The hunters saw and they were like, ooh, we're going to catch these birds for food. And so they started climbing up the tree. Now the mama bird says, oh no, what are we going to do? Our little birds are too young to fly away. If we fly away, our babies will die. We have to stay here and protect them. The male bird was like, what do I do? What do I do? He got very nervous and confused. Lucky for him, his wife was very smart. And his wife says, go ask our friends to help. So he went to fly to see the bigger bird. And the bigger bird heard and he said, I will help you. So the big bird was very smart. he flew into the water, got all his wings and stuff filled with water, and he flew over there, and then he sprayed his water onto the fire. So when the fire went out, it got all dark, and those people couldn't see. So they had to climb back down again and light the fire. After they lit the fire, the hunters climbed back up again. The bird flew over the water, grabbed some more water, put out the fire. He did this 10 times. And every single time he did it, he got more and more and more tired. On the last time, he put out the fire, flew to the top of the tree and lay down. I can't move. I'm so tired. I can't help you anymore. And the bird's like, but if you can't help us, then we're all gonna die. You're gonna be stuck in the tree. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get us, and they're gonna get our kids. What do I do? The smart wife said, you have more than one friend. Ask your other friend for help. And so he went to see the turtle. Now, did the turtle come and help? Not exactly. The turtle was very old, so he did not come to help because he knew that he was too old. But he sent his son instead. So his son swam in the water, got a mouthful of mud, and walked up to the fire when the hunters were climbing up, and spit the wet mud on the fire, and the fire went out. The hunters looked down and said, hey, there's a big juicy turtle. So then they went down to grab the turtle. They threw some rope on the turtle and started to pull the turtle, but the turtle was strong. He turned towards the water and started walking towards the water, pulling the hunters into the water. However, can one turtle fight against 3 humans? Probably not. But he tried his best. But in the end, he started running out of energy, and the turtle started getting pulled backwards. So now what? Now the birds are saying, oh no, we're all exhausted and tired. Our turtle friend's gonna get caught. What do? So then they called their biggest friend, the lion. Said, lion, come help us. And the lion just says, I will. He ran across the forest. When he got near the hunters, he let out a big roar. Can I hear a big roar? A lion's roar, louder. Let me hear a roar. And that was the exact sound that made the 3 hunters drop everything and just run away. They were so scared by the lion that they ran away. And so all the birds and the turtle and the lion got together and talked and says, wow, we almost didn't survive today. If we were alone and we did not have friends, we would not have survived today. Thanks to the power of friendship that we survived. But the man bird, you know what he said? Because he's not very smart. He says, for me, the power of friendship saved us. But what really saved us was, you know what he said? Because I listened to my wife. So the moral of this story is, if you have a smart wife, listen to your wife, right? The moral of this story is, if you have a smart friend or you have someone who knows more than you, don't be afraid to listen to their advice. You might not be smart in everything. Other people can be smarter than you are. Why not accept the information and make your life better? Does that make sense? Satu?